No, I haven't seen the new Kong. It looks pretty sweet though. Have you seen it or no?
I've seen it, but like I really wasn't paying attention to it because there was like a lot of stuff going on. But at the same time, from the moments I did see of it, it didn't look as good as the other ones.
What do you mean?
Kind of looked cheesy almost. The humans also made like this glove for Kong.
Yeah, I seen that. It got like a fake arm.
Well, the one Godzilla can freeze shit.
Freeze shit? What?
Yeah, and they froze his arm to where it like had frostbite or you couldn't use it or something properly. So that's why they had to build the glove for him.
So what was that, Mechagodzilla or something?
It's just some type of like freezing Godzilla that was like, that's the evil villain in this one, I think. Or one of them. Like I said, I really wasn't paying that close attention to it because it was like at a party and they had it on in the background. I was like,
Vibing, catching little glimpses of the show as you go along.
yeah, pretty much.
There's always too much going on at a party.
Always. Unless you're at a lame ass party.
We went to fucking ridiculous parties.
Nothing too big and crazy.
Bro, all our parties were fucking ridiculous.
Alright, maybe I should leave the word crazy out. Nothing too huge and big.
Yeah, I would say there was never too many people there. I think the most people we ever fucking had at one party was probably like 15, 20.
Yeah, that's about it.
But we were always doing fucking
I know
crazy
people, there
shit.
could be people in different rooms doing different shit and stuff like that.
Yeah, and you could Phil sleeping or fucking throwing up on himself on the couch.
I think
Ew.
2 people did that. Phil did that, and my buddy Andy did that. And they were like, they'd hold the bucket on him and like tip it back on him. I'm like, yeah, stop leaning back.
Yeah, Phil like fucking throwing up in a bucket and then just lays down with it and just all over himself. And this motherfucker's on the couch like, BK, help. I don't feel good. And I'm like, oh, this motherfucker's calling to me.
There's a
Alan-
spider on the wall, get it.
Alan bought one of those like vaporizers that first came out. You put your weed in and you know, like, you turn it on and get really hot. And, you know, suck through a big long tube into a pen. Do you remember those?
Say it again.
A vaporizer.
A vaporizer. You remember when the vaporizers first came out? And it was just literally a box?
Yeah, like a hookah style. It was a fucking just, like, it was basically like a hot plate with a dome. You fucking...
Oh, okay.
But, he brought that to the party one night and somebody left it on and it, like, completely melted. Like,
Me and Corey got framed for stealing some shit at a party one time.
it was a bowl.
Bowl.
Dude. Yeah, like...
I think I've told you about that before.
Yeah.
But yeah, they fucking...
And then they didn't even apologize when they figured out where the bowl was.
Yeah, they found it in the fucking couch. How long they fucking texted us for what, like a
month or
week?
so. Like,
No good. It was at least a good week they talked about it. And then eventually they were like, oh, well, yeah, we found that bowl, and then try to act like nothing happened.
I'm kind of glad we always passed out there, though, because we get so smashed.
Holy shit, bro. That is an understatement, really.
Like, those were the parties I used to bring, like, a blender and margarita mix and, like, tequila to. And be like, who wants margaritas?
I remember, well, the New Year's that me and Digby got in that fight.
I remember that.
Or, well, I wouldn't really call it a fight. Digby jumped on me and punched me a few times, and then
I
Corey
almost
almost killed him.
Oh my god.
That was awesome. But, I remember going to the party that night, and there's like fucking 7 of us piled into this car. And, like, there's people, like, we're sitting on laps and stuff. We got
That was my
fucking...
car, wasn't it?
No. I think it was John's.
Okay.
John, because I'm pretty sure John and Amber come and got us. And it was like John, Amber, Stephanie,
I have photos of that
fucking, yeah, me, you, and I think Lauren, all of us just piled in this car.
night. Even though the negative that happened in that night, there was a lot of fun that
330
night.
racks, bunch of fucking reefer.
Was that a quarter or an ounce we rolled up into one blunt?
A quarter. I bought a quarter green crack, and we
We
rolled it all
up
into one blunt.
Wow.
And that was what actually got
Smoked on New Year's. Like,
yeah, well, not just that, obviously it got smoked, but that was the reason that me and That was basically the reason that me and Digby got into it.
No, that wasn't the reason.
No, kind
He was
of.
just upset. He showed up after New Year's, like after like 12 o'clock, and we sparked that shit right up on 12 o'clock. And he came in and he got pissed. He was like, "Why don't you guys wait on me to spark it up?"
Yeah.
And everybody was like, "Are you kidding?"
Yeah. He even told us he was gonna be late, but then he was mad that we sparked it before he got there, and that was what initially like pissed him off. But then Stephanie broke up with him that night and was just like all over me and Corey.
Stephanie was all over everybody a little bit that night. Like, to be honest, she wasn't acting slutty. She was just like kind of like a lovey.
Yeah,
towards people.
real like touchy, hugging everybody, fucking like leaning on, like she just like leaning on
but not
people.
like in like a cocksucker.
Yeah,
like,
she wasn't like
vibe.
fucking biting people's necks or trying to fuck people in the next room or nothing. But
I even have a picture of like him and her standing next to each other, and you could just tell from the picture like. But she was debating on breaking up with him all night. You know, like,
yeah, she was talking about it with Lauren the whole time before he got there. And then that whole shit happened, and then we went to pass out, and Corey's on the bed in the room.
there was no bed in that room.
No, yeah, you were up on a mattress or something, because you were on a mattress.
We were all three laying on the floor.
I don't think we were all on the floor.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure one of us was. Because you were up higher, because you fucking just come out and fucking went right at Digby. Because Stephanie was in between
us.
us.
Really well. Like alright. So if you go down John's hallway, it was the first door on the left.
Yeah.
And there was a room in there, and we were all three laying on the floor, and BK was closest to the door. She was in between us, and I was furthest away. Like I don't even remember a bed being in that room.
Yeah, you were on the bed. I would say you were on
Yeah,
the bed,
possibly I was on
she
the
was
bed,
on
but
the
I don't remember
floor,
that.
and then I was right next to the door.
But Digby came in the room, like cracked open the door, and was all like, I guess this means we're breaking up," and like nobody was doing anything like or even romantic. I think we were all just laying there like talking and laughing and shit like that, you know, having a great time. And like Digby opened the door and was like, "I guess it means we're breaking up," and like she was all like, "BK, just shut the door." And, like BK,
I was trying to go to sleep.
Yeah, BK just like slowly goes to shut the door, and like Digby swings the door open and like just starts punching BK.
He's
What
like,
the fuck?
You want to fight, BK? He fucking busts the door open
And that's
he
when like
jumped
I
on
popped up and like fucking shoved him out of the room and shit like that. Like I don't remember like hitting him or anything.
Well,
then.
John grabbed him and pulled him off, and that's when you jumped out of the bed and fucking flew at him, and like, I don't think it
That
was
was in
John.
the
I
kitchen.
think it was Gilbert that fucking grabbed him off me and
Yeah, it was
fucking
Gilbilly.
pulled him up, and that not Gilbilly.
Or Gilbert, yeah, it was Gilbert, the big dude that looked like he was on a football team or some shit. Like
Yeah, and
we
then
all-
when you went to fucking lunge at Digby, you went out the door, and fucking John come out of the fucking hallway from the kitchen and grabbed you right before you fucking hit him.
I was mid Superman punch. You know what a Superman punch is?
Yeah.
Yeah, like Digby was probably standing like 3-4 feet away from me, and he had like a china cabinet behind him, and like, dude, I like in midair, like I was all like, I was ready for it. I was like, I've never wanted to conflict harm on anybody, but like something, I went up and jumped up in the air and was like in mid swing, and like John stepped like right in between me, like stopped and grabbed me, like. But if that punch probably would have landed, Digby probably would have flew through the china cabinet, like.
That was a good night up until then.
Yeah. I mean, even after that, like, I don't even remember too much after that.
Well, we all went to bed after that.
Probably for the best, you know.
Fuck, we were all going to bed anyway when it happened.
Well, like, the reason why I got so, like, frustrated about it is because Digby was out there saying, like, nobody's gonna do shit. Like, he was really, like, Corey ain't gonna do shit, BK ain't gonna do shit. Like, he was out there, like, talking mad spit. And that's what, like, got me to the point where, like, I wanted to go out there and fucking punch him.
Yeah,
Calling us all names and pussies and shit.
yeah.
Yeah, I remember him screaming out
Digby
there.
is a terrible drunk.
Damn.
He is drinking, and he's not good with. He never has been.
He
This
turns into
motherfucker used to be. We'd be drinking in Corey's room when we were younger, and he'd be the one fucking to drink 2 beers, and then he would be like falling over and spilling the beer all over himself and shit.
Digby was alright. Like,
He just couldn't handle a lot of alcohol. And then he got into some hard stuff.
That reminds me of Cole. Cole was the worst, I think.
Digby got into hard stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Later on. Like,
Yeah. No, so he was...
It wasn't like right in high school or after high school or anything. It was probably like, I'll say 5-6 years after high school.
Yeah, I
maybe.
would say it wasn't during school or nothing,
But I think it was harder than the stuff I do. My stuff,
I just didn't know that. I know Digby didn't look good there for a while, because I've seen him. Like, I'd
He
see him
says he's
every once in
clean
a
right
while.
now.
But, well, that's good.
I feel like he says that every 6 months.
Oh, damn.
but...
How often do you still talk to Digby?
He sent me a message probably like less than a month or two ago saying like, we need to go outside and have fun. Like, and, like, pretty much like I'm clean. I can pull up the message. That way I don't have to fucking sit there and recall it.
I haven't talked to Digby since that last time we all went to Taco Tuesday at fucking what the hell is that place called? Waldo Peppers.
So it was March 10th, so it wasn't that long ago. Hey man, I owe you an apology. I was messed up on booze and opiates on and off for a while. I haven't been a good friend. I'm clean now. I've been to a couple rehabs. Let's get together and get some food and go on some hikes when the weather gets nice. Love you, man. I said ditto. I mean, that seems pretty articulate, too. I might go on a hike tomorrow. That sounds fun. The weather's nice. Does anybody know what the weather's like tomorrow? You guys look like me when somebody asks me that.
I never know what the weather's like.
I never know what the weather's like unless I have something actually planned for that day that's outside, and then that's the only time I pay attention to it.
I don't even do it then.
Yeah.
I just wing it, man.
Well,
Is it David Beckham that like is the cook and like travels and adventures and stuff?
No, well, I mean, he might, but that's a fucking soccer player.
Not him then. I wish I knew the
I'll say he might have a TV show on the Travel Channel or something. I wouldn't put it past him.
I've seen this one quote one time. I wish I knew who said it, but he was pretty much like, even if the weather's bad outside, just like fucking put on a rain jacket and just go and enjoy it. It's like all about your attitude.
Well, yeah, but if it's like a thunderstorm, that's different. Yeah, I'm just gonna put a raincoat on and go fucking
I mean,
have
if
a
it's warm
cookout
out,
in a
That's like
thunderstorm.
winning the lottery if you get hit by lightning, bro. Like,
I mean, if it's warm outside, like, I'd definitely be outside in the rain. Me and Kai like to be playing in the rain all the time.
Yes,
if
the rain, not a thunderstorm.
Well, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. If it's a thunderstorm, it's a little bit different.
Oh, yeah.
one time I remember the tornado in Portland. We've had a couple of them. I was just standing on the front porch just watching it. You guys can go hide in the basement. I'm just gonna stand out here and watch it.
Yeah, like, why? I don't know. Like,
I think it's like hurricanes and earthquakes and shit you really have to worry about.
yeah, I don't think tornadoes are that much to worry about unless they're, like, actually coming right directly at you.
But
Like,
depends if like they're really big and.
Are you
Your
fucking
location.
serious?
when
Have
was
you-
the last time in Port Clinton was there actually a tornado?
I'm not arguing that fact, but like tornadoes are fucking devastating.
Depends on the size, I guess. What type of tornado?
I mean,
Like
that's
I'll be watching tornado videos on fucking YouTube, and like these sons of bitches are throwing cars and buildings around,
so I'd have to say
That's
that's
fair.
a pretty big
like
tornado.
trees just fucking flying through the air, like not touching the ground. Rooted trees just fucking flying into shit.
Remember
Yeah.
the movie Twister?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Remember that dude took a fucking hubcap across his face or across his head? That was like the most vicious part of that movie.
I don't remember
I mean,
that.
that might be a little bit cinematic, but I mean, I could see something like that happening.
That's some Final Destination like shit right there. Like,
Yeah.
dude just took a hubcap across the dome.
Hubcap.
What I don't understand is if the hubcap is moving that fast, how is that dude standing perfectly still in that amount of wind?
I mean, all of them were pretty much like this. I'm pretty sure he was half on the ground, I think.
I'm just saying though, like,
I think they're supposed to make another Twister movie too. I don't know if it's
I heard that too. I think they did.
Is it like a
I think it's supposed to be. I think it's supposed to be in like the same like a sequel.
Okay, because it did seem like that first Twister movie should have had another movie right after it.
That's funny as fuck. His on X is No Bickle. His name is Bo Nickel. He spoonerized it. That's fucking awesome.
No, for real?
I'm not yeah, No Bickle. Like, I mean, now, if he did it in...
Bo Nickel?
Yeah, that's his name, Bo Nickel.
No Bickle.
You know, like, the reason why they started spoonerizing shit? Like, one day at the coffee shop, like, I spoonerized something, like, I was working on, like, I think a poem or some shit like that, or I said something, and it was accidentally, like, spoonerized it, and, like, Curtis started doing it, and, for some weird reason, I had an email app that, like, gave me definition words, and one of the definitions was spoonerism. And that's exactly what we were doing.
Wow.
Really weird. Really fucking weird.
That is really weird.
We've been doing that shit for, like, a solid fucking decade, at least.
Since the coffee shop.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys do it pretty naturally, I noticed.
I don't.
Well, him and Curtis do.
Yeah,
I always have to ask him if I'm pronouncing the shit right. And half the time I'm not.
Yeah, I would say I do it all the time. Like, pretty much with every single thing I hear. Pretty much.
How come
He
they
is
don't
some
teach you
comedy
about
gold.
that shit in school?
What?
How come they don't teach you about that shit in school?
Because you got kids that would be like me and would do it all the fucking time.
Okay.
You imagine how pissed off Mr. Klum would have been if kids would have fucking just been spoonerizing shit. Dude, every little thing pissed him off.
The only time, like, I'm not gonna lie, I had that class with Logan.
Oh, dude, that would have been so awesome. I heard
about, like,
so many stories about shit that Logan did with that dude.
Logan's really smart when it comes to history. Like, he uses an open history book.
Yeah.
Coach Klum blew up on anything and everything. He was a dick teacher. I think he was the football coach.
Yeah, one of them.
Just, never, like, nobody would be able to get away with this except Logan. Like, literally, Logan would sleep in that class. Nobody's supposed to sleep in his class. Not even look out the window. I got in trouble for looking out the fucking window one day. Logan would sleep in that class. Coach Klum would wake him up, ask him a question. He'd answer it completely correct, and he'd just put his head right back down. Yeah. Like...
How the fuck? I wish I could have gotten away with that.
Yeah,
I
Logan
don't know
was
how he did.
he was a history whiz. But, I mean, what was Mr. Klum gonna do? Get pissed off that he got the answer right?
Right.
Yeah, but, like, at that point...
To continue sleeping after that?
Yeah.
That's what I just didn't get.
I mean, I think that's his way of saying that maybe he respects him.
Yeah,
Like, he
that
pissed
was a
me
dick
off.
Teacher. It's like he purposely tried to be a dick.
Yeah, I didn't like Mr. Klum very much. I liked his class, though. He taught Western Civ. I was good in that class. But, yeah.
I had to have him for one year, and I'm glad it was just one.
Yeah.
I don't even remember my teachers' names. How do y'all remember that? Like, I don't even remember my last, teacher's name, and it was government.
Well, if it was elementary school teachers,
Mr.
I wouldn't
Scaff?
be able to.
I think that was...
Scappadonis.
I think
It's
that's
because
it.
he was the government teacher when
He's
When
the
I
only
was
person
there,
taught
I
that
mean, you're-
government.
Yeah. And I had to take that class twice, bruh. Oh my god.
Funny story about that class. I have lots of funny stories about that class, but literally, at the end of the year, like, I needed to pass that class to graduate high school. I had early grad, just needed that class. There were certain classes I needed to graduate that school. But I went up to him and was like, did I pass? Like, I needed to. He literally looked at me and goes like this. And I'm like, yes, thank you. So pretty much by the skin of my teeth. Like,
Wow.
I think he literally passed me just because I need to pass it.
Wow.
Yeah, he was a super cool teacher.
You guys want to hear a really funny story?
Absolutely.
So, I clogged the toilet in the shop room, the shop bathroom,
believable.
so bad the one time that they had to have a plumber come in and cut the shit up.
I thought you were gonna say the toilet.
No, yeah, they had to cut the shit up and like pull it out.
I don't remember that.
I don't think you were there that year.
That is literally
Oh,
some nasty
the
ass
last day
shit.
senior
That
year.
is the nastiest shit I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Mr. Fisher was cool as fuck though. He was the woodshop teacher slash.
Yeah, Mr. Fisher. He said something to me about it the day after or something, and all I could do is laugh about it.
That teacher busted me out watching fucking hentai like on one of the computers in woodshop.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he's like, Corey, you can't be watching that.
Yeah, like I think BK was sitting next to me or some shit, like doing something else on his computer. He just comes up behind us really quietly and goes, yeah, like, he said it perfectly, exactly what he said. I'm like, okay. Didn't get in trouble for it though.
I guess, kids will be kids. God, I'm not ready. Oh my god. I'm already not ready.
There was good stories in that shit. It's not like I'm just was sitting there masturbating or nothing.
Well, I would hope not.
Yeah. Everybody just
That
got
class
all
was easy
excited.
though. Like,
Oh yeah, all you had to do was build some shit. I mean, really, and Mr. Fisher wasn't gonna fail anybody. He was cool. I didn't do shit in his
that
class.
wood lathe scared the shit out of me sometimes on the wood lathe. When you're fucking sitting there laving the wood and the fucking shit would catch it and it'd flip. Fly somewhere sometimes.
Yeah, I used to just do my homework for other classes in that class. And then I'd real quick throw something together in the last week of the fucking
I remember
semester
playing a
or
lot of
whatever.
paper football in that class.
Yeah, see, and that was when fucking that shit with Alan happened. You weren't there. That was the year you were gone. That was well, no, that was after you graduated. Nigga.
Oh yeah, I was only there half my senior year in woodshop. Was probably only half that year.
Yeah, there was Kai's teacher, Mr. Belden, had just started. He was a substitute, brand new substitute.
Aw.
And he was we were playing it was a paper football, but it was a big paper football, and we were playing real football, and they threw a pass, and Allen went to jump and grab it and got knocked out of the air and fucking broke his wrist.
Damn.
And he's on the ground. He's holding his fucking wrist. He's fucking all writhing in pain, all curled up and shit. And Mr. Belden walked up to him and he kicked him. And he's like, "Hey man, are you alright?"
Oh my god.
Oh, dude, it was awesome.
I mean, I'd probably laugh, but at the same time, it's super fucked up. Like,
How you gonna kick a man while he's down?
hey, you alright?
Yeah, it was so fun. He didn't kick him hard or nothing.
Sounds like something Mr. Nickel would do.
Yeah.
I believe that.
Mr.
I don't know.
Nickel
I don't think
looked
Mr.
crazy.
Nickel. I think Mr. Nickel would just ignore something.
He was
like
one of
that.
my coolest teachers. I'd have to put him in my top 5.
I mean, yeah, he was a pretty cool person, but he also looked like he was kind of crazy.
Oh, he is crazy.
Yeah, he is pretty crazy outside of work.
I would call it eccentric.
Yeah.
Eccentric. Socks with sandals type, or?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
I went to a
I'm pretty
Grateful
sure
Dead,
I've seen him with socks and
I went
sandals.
to a Grateful Dead concert with him. And a bunch of his buddies.
What the fuck?
Brad was there.
That doesn't surprise me.
Who the fuck is Brad?
Brad was one of our high
Brad
school
is
buddies.
one of our buddies. I've known Brad since fucking
Same.
elementary
Yeah,
school.
me too.
Where's Brad today?
Yeah, he went off to college. And
Oh
lived
yeah,
somewhere
I'll
else now.
say I'm not even exactly sure where he's living nowadays.
Oh.
He should
I
have
haven't
graduated
talked-
from college now if he didn't drop out. And
No, I doubt he dropped out. I
Columbus,
haven't heard.
believe, maybe?
I haven't heard from him in a long time. I'm not
He's
sure
really
what
smart
he's...
too. He was one of the smart ones. Like, Brad was really smart.
Brad was one of the first kids I smoked weed with in high school.
Was it in his closet?
No, it was out back in the barn at my parents' house.
Oh yeah, was that the same day you guys went and looked for shrooms?
Yeah, Brad wanted to go out there and look for shrooms in the cow shit. But it was always funny because Brad was always like, I'm never gonna do drugs. I don't do that shit. And then literally like over one summer, he was talking about how he smoked weed and it was the greatest thing ever. And I was like,
He had strict parents, so
yeah,
I had some strict parents too. I feel you.
we smoked weed a lot
Like, when
together.
we smoked at his house, we had to go like in his room, and then he had a, like
Yeah,
a closet.
it was in his closet. He fucking put a towel in front of the door and
I thought it
shit.
was funny as shit because my parents, were opposite.
Yeah, I say we go to Corey's house and smoke with his parents.
Wow.
Shit, one time, dude, if you don't smoke with my mom in the house, man, she got very upset. And that's when she started to get crazy. Cause she never did that shit when I first started smoking. Like 15, 16, 17, 18. I used to have friends come over all the time and smoking like a fucking quarter in my room. But like there towards the end when my mom was getting older.
Oh yeah,
Bring
Oh,
weed in
yeah,
my house,
she
gotta
is.
smoke it with me.
yeah. She get pissed too. Remember, you remember the time she called Digby at work and asked if she could smoke some of his weed, and he told him, and
She was like, he was like, no.
yeah, you
Yeah.
just wait till I get back, and she got pissed and fucking threw the fucking phone across
I
the
do
room.
remember that, yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I remember that. That's when we were living across the street from the coffee shop.
She never used to be like that though. That was towards her like, damn, she was getting crazy.
Yeah. I'll say that was just a few years before Clay left.
I don't think I've ever told you this story, maybe a long time ago, because it was more of a Clay story. So back when I was a little kid growing up, like 5, 6, 7, 8, I think my dad cheated on her at one. No, I think it was a cheat scene. And my mom threw the PlayStation out the door into the yard, and she took a rake to the front of the car, like a gardening rake, like a metal one, like
Damn.
the window of the front of the car. Yeah.
Wow.
I could see your mom doing that.
I wish I had pictures of her at a younger age. You guys would definitely be like, what the fuck?
I've seen younger pictures of your mom.
I don't think I have.
She used to be fucking almost like a badass, like biker chick, almost description, I guess.
Well, dang. What happened to her?
She blames it on Devin. She's like, after I gave birth to Devin, I never got rid of this gut. My honest, like, this is one of the reasons, it's a big reason. My parents used to be horse riding guides, like both of them, sun up to sundown. And after they, like, got away from that, I think she just started to, like, lose interest on, like, doing shit.
Well, damn.
Kind of almost like a depression, almost.
Yeah.
Routine.
Yep.
That's when I think it started to go downhill for both of them.
Didn't have anything to do at that point.
Well, Clay was almost a different person too, He wore a cowboy hat all the time and fucking boots.
Yeah. Huh.
Say when you met him, he was just an Ace Hardware fucking employee.
Yeah, I would say I didn't never see him wear boots or a hat or nothing. There's always jeans and a t-shirt.
Yeah, but they both loved doing that,
Ooh. Choked him out.
All she wanted to do was fucking gamble, pretty much. Gamble and smoke. And after that, not right after that, but.
It's weird. I don't know. I can't get into gambling.
I can't get into gambling either. Like, the only thing that I do that is kind of gambling is fake gambling. it's on like Xbox and it's just poker.
I used to hate it. It's a love-hate relationship for me, so I feel, what do you call it? Indifferent about it?
Indifferent.
I wouldn't really call it love-hate relationship indifferent.
I don't love it, I don't hate it. It's more or less like I used to hate it. Sometimes I love it, so it's like I just don't know how to feel about it now.
Depends on if I'm winning or not. You know?
I've never had a problem like walking away from it. Like it doesn't pull me. Like if I'm losing, I'll walk away.
I wish my mom learned that one, but no, it's like I'll win 1,000 sometimes and I'll walk away right there and then. But my mom, she'll fucking play that entire thing back in.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I need to learn when to walk away. That's definitely a thing. Because once I win big, I try and like go on the little tables, and I still start putting too much money in. And then
fuck all that. If I win something, I'm done. I'll leave. I don't give a fuck if I've been there for like 20 minutes and I hit $500-600. I'm gone.
Nope. I didn't really know this was a custom until like I went to the casino a bunch with my mom's. But like when somebody wins like usually over 1,000 at a slot machine or something, they tip out the person counting the money out to them. I think that's like a generous thing to do or some shit like that.
What?
Everybody wants a tip nowadays though. Fuck that shit.
Like I kind of seen it a couple times and I was all like, I guess that's a thing. Like I didn't know like you fucking had to give money back to the person counting it to you.
You can get a slim $5 bill.
I was saying,
they don't count $5 bills to you when you win like 1,000.
Well, she better break that bitch. She better break that bitch.
Dude, that'd be so funny. I hope you would record that. Like you pull 5 out instead, like out of your pocket, and the crumbled up 5. Like here you go.
Yeah.
Fucking pull out a crumpled up Monopoly 5.
Give you money for literally counting my money out to me. You think that counting money out is such a hard job, it's such a hard service that you deserve cash for it right now? No, you do not.
Well, I don't think everybody does it, but I think there's just nice people out there that do it, because me and my mom sat next to somebody one time that won like $1,000 or more, and they ended up giving us $100, one of my mom. I was like, you should have given that shit to me, bro.
I mean,
all of it back into it.
I've been known to give money to strangers, like, just because I'm feeling generous, but...
Well, it was my conversation I was having with them and everything and talking to shit, and my mom was just the entire time like, I'm about to run out of money, like, type shit, and he was only gave her $100, and I was all like, oh, I should have done that. She gave 50 to me, 50 to her, because at least I'm going to keep my 50.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no, your mom put everything she got into gambling.
They're at the end, yeah. She never really was that much of a gambler back in the day either. Bingo and shit.
I would say I don't remember her doing a lot of gambling until fucking
Perry's winning.
Yeah, pretty much. Wanted to go to the casino and shit.
That was her passion there at the end. That's what made her happy.
Casinos are fun, but
I've only been to a casino one time, and it was pretty fun, but I definitely lost my money.
There's fun ones and there's boring ones. I've been to at least more than 4 or 5 now.
No, I've only been to one. I've only been there 5 or 6 times.
Statistically, if you guys don't know, those casinos, you make more money in like actual table games than you do at the slot machines.
Oh,
more of a chance to win.
Duh. I would say that just makes sense.
And to win the big pots on the auto machines, you pretty much have to play max bet.
Oh, yeah.
I like the bonus games. Those are what draw me in.
I'll say if I can go with like a decent amount of money, like if I can get myself like $500 limit, then I can go and probably make something. But most of the time I just ain't got that much money, so I'll go play a slot machine or 2 and then fucking just like walk around and do whatever.
I know what to look for now in some machines, but at the same time, I've seen my mom go through 100 in less than like 10 to 20 minutes, and I'd be sitting there just on a 20 that I was put in the first time. I'm like, you being serious, Mom? She's like, yeah, give me another 20.
Yeah.
Fuck. Like,
damn.
My mom, so I tried to deter her there in the end and be like, alright, I'm gonna give you 20, but you owe me 40. Okay, give it to me. What the fuck?
Yeah. Fucking 100% interest right there, and she didn't give a fuck. I got you. You know I'm good for it.
She just didn't care there in the end.
Yeah. I mean, you can't really blame her, I suppose.
Yeah.
Sitting there fucking talking about betting right now.
Lots of good times, though.
You get paid.
Sportsbook.
Man, I seen I don't remember what the fuck I was watching. It was a DraftKings commercial, but it was for the fucking Kentucky Derby.
Yeah, DraftKings does everything.
Yeah. That just cracked me up that I've seen so many different DraftKings commercials now for fucking like soccer, Kentucky Derby, the UFC. It's just funny how everything's I don't know, gambling's getting a lot more attention, I think, in the media now.
Well, you have to think that like this state just made it legal, so there's probably a shit ton of advertisement for it.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's just funny how shit happens like that.
But the Kentucky Derby yesterday, apparently it was like one of those finishes. It was a photo finish where like the horse was like nose and nose the winner.
Yeah, they had to do the picture test to fucking say, what the hell is that? Somebody dying on TV? Oh, it's Mark Coleman.
Man, like those leather pants. I don't know what it is about black leather, but it's like, damn, making a statement over here.
Movies did it.
The Matrix.
But yeah, I would say that probably had a good part of it.
I seen an interview the other day that like the writer of the Matrix or the producer, whoever made the story up of the Matrix, she pretty much said in an interview that like it is a sequel to the Terminator. Like,
that's interesting. How the fuck is that a sequel to the Terminator?
well, if you think about it, Terminator is pretty much like the robots take over, Skynet takes over, and they're all like AI robots pretty much, and it's like it evolves to the point where like in the Matrix, you know, all the people are enslaved by the robots.
Yeah, I guess. I'll have to watch them again. Maybe it'll make more sense.
Right, I would have to
It's
watch
not
it because
linked
I haven't watched it in
as
such
like
a long
if you
time.
see it, it's not like linked together with some type of like wording or like anything like that. It's just
Well, right, but as I made make more sense watching it again. It's been a long time. So I don't even think I've seen all of it.
Skynet and the Matrix, then I would have totally linked.
I don't think I've even seen all of the Matrix movies.
And it, like now
I've
that
seen
I
the
think
first
about
two, I think.
the humans darkened out the sky. You know, and no, it was the Matrix. I thought it was Terminator.
Simpsons did it.
That's true.
Yeah. Simpsons have done fucking everything, bro.
Simpsons scares me.
Why? Because they predict shit.
Yeah. Like I feel like
Well,
the maker of
Simpsons. You can
Simpsons.
predict anything.
What?
Well, I mean, once you do everything, you can predict anything. You know, they pretty much have said and done everything. I made an episode about everything.
Some of them I think are just like crazy coincidences, you know, like not necessarily predictions. But then there's some of them like the one where the one that really got me and the one that I really just don't believe is like a prediction was the Donald Trump one. Where they had him going down the elevator and he was doing the exact same thing. Because if I was Donald Trump, I would just do that to do that. Like, y'all really don't think Donald Trump would be like, that's fucking hilarious, I'm gonna do this like they did it on The Simpsons? Because he did the voice of himself in that episode.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's funny as shit.
Donald Trump was fucking hilarious, dude. Everybody only hates Donald Trump from, like, 2016 on. Before that, dude, he was a fucking TV personality, dude. People wanted that motherfucker on their TV shows. Like, a bunch of, like, hosts, like Howard Stern and fucking, what's his nuts? I forget. Somebody else was just talking about how good of a guest he was on their shows. Like, everybody was really friends with. Yeah, dude, he's a smart fucking guy. Like, he's not. It's just because fucking they didn't want him to be the president. They didn't want a normal dude that
knows, like,
that knows his shit to fucking.
Plus, it's hard to put a lid on him. You know, he says what he wants.
Yeah. People didn't like that.
I mean, I can't be mad about what he did for our country, like, but I can be mad.
I can't agree with 100% of everything he said.
Like, but I just don't agree. Yeah, I don't agree with everything he said, but I don't agree with the way he talks about, like.
But they also show that purposely. Like, they don't show, like, the other shit, like he's said.
Wait, no, hold on. Let her finish the sentence.
Oh,
let her finish what she's saying. You know, like. That he says what?
About women?
About how he talks about what?
Women and stuff like that. Like, he's just... Yeah, like, that's it. The stuff that comes out of his mouth is really foul sometimes. Like, in the things that... Like, the rumors that there are about him liking little girls and shit like that. So, I mean, that's the only thing...
I've never once heard a rumor about that with Trump. I've never heard a rumor about him liking...
I thought it was Biden.
No, I've definitely heard it about Trump, but, like, I don't know. It is what it is. Like, I'm not saying I'm mad at it. I've learned that he did some pretty cool things for the country, so, like, he's running for president. I don't know if I necessarily vote for him, but I can't be mad at him if he's president again.
Like, the whole grab her by the pussy thing, that was probably a bit too much. Like, that's an example.
Well, he didn't actually say that. That's actually taken, like, that's, well, it wasn't even taken out of context. It was made up. It was something completely different that he said. I don't remember exactly what it was.
Then, as an example, that was probably the other weirdest thing I've ever heard him say in an interview.
Yeah.
Like
because he was saying like something about how,
she was hot.
Fuck, man. I can't even remember exactly what he said.
Want to roll another one or not?
I know, I just heard it.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. Like, I've kind of I don't know. I didn't do extensive like looking into his background, but I have found that like a lot of the stuff that people say about him just isn't true.
I was going to say, the only thing that I seen was that interview when he said that, and it could be faked.
He said what?
About his daughter. Like, that wasn't an actual interview. Like, he said it out loud, like, there was cameras rolling.
Oh, said she was a good-looking girl?
Well, he pretty much said, like, she was hot or sexy, if she was, like, an attractive woman, and if she wasn't...
Oh, daughter, yeah, if she was... yeah, that is kind of weird, but, you know, I mean,
it's a compliment if it's genuine, 100% genuine, like no ill terms, like
yeah. I mean, it's still kind of weird, but yeah, I don't know that's a weird one. I'll agree with that.
But that's pretty much the only thing, you know, like. Other than that, like I've seen some interviews of him, like.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like everything has been so goddamn divided. Like, you can't be in between anymore. It's either you're fucking this way or you're this way. You can't be right in the middle anymore. Or people just fucking hate you.
And that's a scary thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is no middle at all. There is no middle ground, and I hate that because there used to be like the independent, you know, like people who would actually go up and do things and try and be the president. And now there's no even reason for it because I've never once seen one of them even get close to winning.
Well, JFK was probably the closest thing to the realest good president that we probably ever had. Like, he didn't want a divided nation.
I don't want to do that. Will you do that?
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm pretty sure in a couple of his speeches he was all like, we need to stand together. Like, and that was back when racism was still a really hardcore thing.
Oh, see, now, like, I don't know, the whole racism thing is weird to me, because, like, people say that America is...
Prejudice?
No, well, there are people who say America is the most racist place they've ever seen. There's people who say that it's the least racist it's been in 400 years or whatever the fuck it's been. But I think it's just, racism focused on a different group now.
I get what you're saying. Almost like judgmental racism. Like if you're not.
Well, no, but like it's like fucking. It was all focused on like white people were so racist against black people, but now, if you're white, you're a target.
Yeah, like in a different.
So like, and everybody's got this mindset now that you just can't be racist against a white person because it's a white person. But that's not how it works.
I get what you're saying.
I just feel like there's a big surgence of actual racism in society right now.
Now, what we did to them was completely wrong.
Well, I'm not saying it. I'm not defending anything. I'm not saying that none of that matters or anything like that. But like, you can't tell me that like it's not happening. Like it's easy. It's not hard to see.
You mean like nobody's a minority anymore, pretty much?
No, not really. Just like, but all the stuff that we as a country and as a people work to abolish with all the human rights and stuff. Like, we work to abolish slavery and segregation, and now there's all these fucking black groups or Asian groups that want all their own secular areas. Every race wants its own little area. Everyone wants that fucking segregation. Like, we're fucking backpedaling. Okay. Shit's fucking scary. Like, we're not supposed to be these tribes within an area. We're supposed to be a fucking united people.
Definitely could expand on that more on a different time, because I completely agree with you on that. At the beginning of the Constitution, it needs to be rewrote, but at the same time it says we the people.
I don't think the Constitution needs to be rewritten. If you actually read it, like, it's not, the wording is solid. Like, the wording is absolute, but it's the people that are interpreting these words
and abusing those words.
Exactly.
But wasn't it meant to be rewritten? I thought somewhere in it pretty much said, like, after so long you could rewrite this.
I thought that was true too, because I feel like the Constitution, like, it has to keep up with the times. Like, it has to keep up with, like, the new America that it is today. Like, it's not like it was back when them old men they weren't even old. They were teenagers writing that Constitution. We didn't even know that shit.
Sorority boys.
Yeah, literally.
Not all of them, but
I don't think they were like younger teens though.
No, I mean like 18 to 20 and stuff, but still, like, I mean, they teenagers, bro. Like, barely adults.
Oh no, they were full-fledged adults back then. I would say you
Washington fucking became president after he was general.
You had to be. I would say it wasn't like.
But But going back to what we was talking about, though, it's just the same as our Congress today and stuff like that. Like, we need them, like, we need people who are our age, like, that are, like, for our time, like, in there, like, making decisions for us, and not these people that have been in term long enough for, like, 3 generations to have passed. Like, are you kidding me? Like...
There's probably an age limit, like the president. Was it, like, 35 to be president?
I think so.
35 or
33 or 35,
So,
I
like,
think.
younger...
So,
I don't know what it is with Congress, though.
no, there's a minimum age limit, but where's the maximum age limit?
I agree with you. But the term, what, like a term length?
There is no term length, I guess, for some of them. Like, for a president there is, but not for some of, like, the Congress and stuff.
I'm surprised Arnold didn't go for that. He must have to be an American.
For what, Congress?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because you have to be president, probably the same rule, because...
Yeah, I would say you have to be a natural born American citizen to be president. But I don't think Congress. He ran for governor of fucking California.
I loved that. He did really good thing for the state of California for 2 terms. Like, still did things after that for that state.
I don't think a 4-year term limit is like... I don't even think 8 years is a good, like...
Can't do shit in 8 years.
Yeah, like... And I feel like nowadays everything's so, like, opposed that it's just whoever is in power is just fighting the other side the entire goddamn time.
They switch it up
And
every
you
time.
yeah, and then when the other party gets in power, it's the same fucking thing. They're just fighting against each other the whole damn time instead of trying to get shit done. Like, quit fucking bickering. Like, Jesus Christ, let the pro-life people hate the pro-fucking choice people. It doesn't fucking matter. Like, let them argue it out. Let them talk about it. Let them come to fucking terms with themselves. Quit trying to make every side exactly right. No side is exactly right because nobody is perfect in any way. Nobody can just be that.
And there's a mass majority of people out there that hate that opinion. They're just going to sit there and hate on it and say, no, I want it my way, blah, blah, blah. And that's just, there's too much of that.
There's too much of that. And people say it's conformity. Oh, I don't want to be acting like I'm a sheep and following the crowd. But, like, really, like, there's so much, like, just actual consideration and human decency that comes with a lot of things that those people do not have. They just do not care because they want it their way or the highway.
I go with the baseline, or whatever you want to call it. If it doesn't hurt anybody, or hurt, anybody, your own life, change shit, like, what's it matter?
Yeah.
Like, gay pride parades, no fucking big deal. There used to be fucking KKK parades, like, and the country was okay with that. Like,
right.
what the fuck, like...
So you're telling me people can't just go out here and be happy and not be killing each other, and you're not okay with that? Like, that shit kills me. Like, I'm sorry, but none of that ever, like, bothered anybody. Like, it never does. Like, I don't even care if it's in your town. That shit don't bother you. You're used to festivals and shit coming into your town all the time. Let the people be happy. Okay? Don't look out your window if you don't like it.
But when it comes to hurting people and shit like that, like protests, like, turn violent or shit like that, and guns are involved, it's like, why does that have to happen?
Yeah.
Now, stopping traffic for a fucking protest or a parade, I don't know about that one. Some people have to be to work on time, like... You'll put it in an area where you're not gonna fucking block up traffic.
Don't disrupt fucking people's lives. Don't be a cocksucker.
Yeah.
If you're gonna be a protester, like, you're fucking stupid. Like, people have seen what's gonna happen, cause some unhinged dude's gonna come at you and kill you, cause he doesn't care whether or not he goes to prison.
Exactly.
Like, shit, something's gonna happen to somebody doing something stupid, and they think they're doing the best thing in the fucking world.
This is a small story. Funniest protest I've ever seen. It was a 15-20 second video where these people were inside a library. Someone was on a megaphone and they were chanting something. Like, blah, 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 repeating it. And just out of nowhere you hear this, like an Asian walks up and you just hear him go, hey, this is library. And just everybody went silent.
That's funny.
Damn.
He was pretty much telling everybody, like, shut the fuck up in the library, you're not supposed to speak.
I can't believe they actually were quiet. Like, what do you even mean? You're there to protest. Like, why? I wouldn't be quiet if someone just ran. If I was protesting something, no
It's like
way.
he had a good point. Like, they were sitting there doing a protest inside of a library and, like, yelling and
Well, I
shit
mean,
like
yeah.
that.
I mean, yeah. But, like...
Hey, this is library.
I don't
I
know.
would laugh,
If I'm
probably.
already unhinged enough to go do a protest in a library, I'm pretty sure I'm not going to listen to the crazy Chinese man. I'm just
I
saying.
probably would laugh.
I'm the crazy person. Like, at that point. So...
I've never been to any real protests.
Me either.
Me neither. I never really, like, felt the need to protest something. Like, I can't remember a protest that I've ever been like, yeah, I want to be a part of that.
Like, I want to say I cared about that one protest when that one policeman killed, like, that one guy from kneeling on him, and they did all those protests, you know, Black Lives Matter. It's like, I'm going to say, like, all lives matter, yes. Like, what the cop did was just wrong, and that's it, you know. Like, that's a bad person or a bad cop right there, you know, like, just to make a whole protest about it and just be like, oh, you know, all cops hate black people. I just felt like they were just, like, making a big division right there, you know, dividing people. People getting violent over it and shit, and put the cop in jail because he killed somebody because, you know, when you kill people, you're not supposed to.
Right, exactly. I don't know why it was that hard. We literally kill animals for less.
Oh, dude. It's, you know, that was partially a reason why I was vegetarian vegan there for a while.
I might get a lot of hate for this opinion, but I don't think that cop murdered him.
I wasn't there to speculate. I mean, we could have been feeding lies to us, you know.
I mean, I'm not saying anybody lied about what happened. Like, you could see him kneeling on him, but, like, that autopsy showed that he already had a lethal amount of fentanyl in his system. So, like, you're already overdosed on an opiate. You're detained by the police. You're freaking the fuck out. You got this dude kneeling on you to keep you steady. You're probably hyperventilating. You think you can't breathe right, but you're just, you know, breathing too fast. And then, who's to say he didn't just have a fucking heart attack?
And that's plausible, 100% plausible. Yeah, cardiac arrest or something, you know.
I mean, but in an autopsy report, they can tell whether or not a person had cardiac arrest.
Back to the point, like, did the cop treat the situation in the right way, or did he have to, like, kneel on him? I don't know, like, yeah, detain him, shit like that, but, like, could that have been avoided? I don't know.
Probably. But
Yeah,
I mean,
think it was definitely an
to be
avoidable
to be
situation.
honest, that dude was a lot smaller than George Floyd. Like, so, like, being on him in another way may not have restrained him. But you also got to think, in real time, this officer's trying to subdue this dude that's being, like, resisting. Obviously, he's freaked out. He doesn't know what's going on, obviously. And you have fucking everybody around you, eyes on you.
Yeah.
Yelling at you, freaking, like, this dude's probably fucking terrified for his life.
I've actually been in a situation like that with somebody. Like, no
Damn.
joke, the same situation, and it's just, like, that freaks somebody out, and, like, to be honest, like, I've seen that situation. I'm glad it didn't go further south like that Floyd Mayweather, or not Floyd Mayweather, but,
George Floyd.
George Floyd situation, but, like, I think there needs to be they need to be more therapy-wise, like, put through more therapy classes, like police officers, so they know how to handle situations, like, when it escalates to a point where, like, if you get what I'm saying, like, they need to be...
Yeah, look, I feel like that would be, like, a good thing, you know, more de-escalation tactics, because, and I know, the amount of videos that you see aren't like a true representation, but there's enough videos you see of cops that just don't
Freak out the person.
well, they just don't try to de-escalate. They just immediately go in and fucking go crazy and do some fucking gnarly shit.
I was actually recording my situation I was in until the police officer says, if you don't get away, you're going to jail. I was like, oh shit. But it was with me, Marty, and fucking... Who's that other dude? I forgot his name, Marty's friend. But we were all in Put-in-Bay, and like he was going into like... He had seizures all the time. So, but at the same time, there's like fucking like... I have the video, but at the same time, like, you can tell, like, they were just... You could hear me just saying, you just need to calm him down. You need to calm him down. Like, you guys are just freaking him out.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like...
What is he on?
I don't know,
man.
man.
Dude, you're just fucking freaking him out right now, dude.
I think it's a lot of lack of training.
I definitely
Like
think it's a lot
I
of lack
think-
of training, and I think it's a lot of people going in to be a police officer that don't need to be a police officer, aka the hotheads. The hotheads
I agree
that
with
don't that aren't able to like. I think there needs to be like mental health evaluation and not only like some sort of testing to see how you react in that way. Like, I don't know how they would do stuff like that, but you need like reaction training because
Well, that's how
there's
it's done with some of the governments, like the navies and
Right,
the
like,
Army.
I mean, and I'm sorry, but police officers need some more training like that.
They lie. People lie. Like, you pass their tests. You know.
Yeah,
I
I
agree
say
with
a
you.
lot of people can fake a psychological test, which is fucking crazy to think about.
I
Like,
read this one time. I don't know if it's 100% true, but it takes more hours in schooling to be a cosmetologist than it does to be a police officer at the police academy.
That's fucked, bro.
I think that's true. I think I've heard that before too.
Because the police academy is just like a certain amount of hours and things you have to do and shit like that, and it's like it takes more hours and time to be a cosmetologist, and that kind of blew my mind. I was like, no fucking way. So yeah, they need to make it harder to become a police officer.
They definitely need to make it harder. To
You know
become
what
a
else I
police
thought was
officer.
fucking crazy? Is that like a lot of cops that get fired will just go to the next town over, and those departments will hire them.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what the fuck? Like, you don't
You need
look
to be
at
on a list,
why.
a barred list.
What if you just transform all the firemen into police officers? Because you never see a really pissed off fireman. Like, I mean, they de-escalate situations. They've always been like situations they de-escalate and shit like that.
Yeah, but if you turn them into cops, then shit's gonna leak into that too.
Shit, down in Costa Rica, they had no like law force there.
I don't know, man. I think the whole cop thing just comes down to like a power trip. Like, you become a cop and you feel like you have this power, and you just. That's what it seems like when I see a lot of these videos. It's just like these cops think they can just do whatever. Like, and then they use the buzzwords like, oh, I'm giving you a lawful command or some shit like that, and it's like, well, just because you say you're giving me a lawful command doesn't make it lawful. Like, just because you say the word lawful doesn't mean that it is. And then there are just jackasses out there that try to do the auditing thing, and they're just out there fucking being dumbasses, and they deserve to get fucking thrown to the ground and arrested.
I don't disagree with that.
There's definitely... Anybody want this?
No.
Okay.
There's definitely good cops. Like, I don't believe in the whole defund the police thing.
Yeah, me either.
That shit's stupid.
Definitely.
There's better ways to go about it.
Honestly, if you think about it, the police probably need more money so that they can have more training. Like, without more money, you can't have more
As
training.
much as we spend on defense spending, like, we lead the whole world in that. So like, I don't get how some of that funding doesn't go to like police officers.
Well, but we can send $60 billion to fucking Ukraine.
Money's just paper, bro. We can buy shit that we already have. We throw food away all the time and stuff like that. So
But like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, why send so fucking much money there? Use that shit here. Let them deal with their own shit.
I agree with you to a certain point. Like that's the whole like pull-out method. Like how come we didn't pull out of Iraq? How come we didn't pull out? Like Afghanistan. Like there's always reasons that we don't know of. Weapon testing. Like of course we're gonna fucking send them money and weapons just to see how it fucking works. There's those people out there. Government's chock full of them.
But we're not sending Ukraine money for weapon testing. We're sending them
Aid money.
money to fight their fucking war. We're giving them the
There has to be some
equipment
stipulation.
that they're using to fight the war. Like we're funding a war and our fucking country
pretty
is
sure we're close to
falling
World
the
War
fucking
III.
apart.
I'm pretty sure we're close. Like I have a feeling we're close to World War III. Like
Well, I mean, there's so many places around the world that fucking are already
At
in wars. Like, it's
it's just
definitely...
not talked about.
Yeah, well, I know it is talked about. Like, fucking Israel and Hamas are at war. Fucking Ukraine and Russia are at war. Like, there's no World War III is about to start. World War III's been happening.
We're just not involved yet.
Well, and we're
Oh,
super
we
early
are
on.
involved. We're
We're
funding.
everywhere.
We're fucking funding that war. We're
Oh,
I
well,
guess what really
that
scares me
war.
is just the whole like World War III Russia.
China's about to invade fucking Taiwan, and fucking they're gonna be at war. Like the whole world is at war.
You said someone was at war with Israel.
Israel and Hamas.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie. Hamas has to be some dumb motherfuckers because Israel's never lost any battle or war and it's never been invaded. Like
wow.
Hamas is a terrorist organization, and people are fucking throwing themselves in drones protesting
I haven't seen any of that footage,
to
honest.
fucking from the river to the free, Palestine will be free. And that's basically saying no more, no Israel. They want to eradicate the Jews. They don't want a Jewish state.
It won't happen.
I know it won't happen, but that's what's going on right now.
Like I'm a firm believer in this conspiracy that Israel has technology that far surpasses everybody else.
Israel's the Holy Land.
Yep. And so Garden of Eden was close to it, I'm pretty sure.
The Garden of Eden is at the mouth of the Tigris, the Euphrates, and like 2 other rivers.
Which is pretty close to Israel. Like, don't those
It's in
rivers?
That's near Iraq.
Okay. Supposedly it was. Like, I guess, like, I have seen like a map or something before too.
Who knows?
But at the same time, yeah, Israel has technology. Like, I'm pretty sure it's from somebody far superior than we can.
I believe there's probably people out there in the world that have technology, because we already see, like, Japan that has all kinds of crazy things that we have never even thought of. And I don't know, like, there's just, not only does our government hide things from us, but I wouldn't doubt that other countries have hidden lots of things from us. So, I mean, there's just
Like
probably...
the Stargate.
Sure, yep.
I was being serious.
Yeah, they're not hiding the Stargate. We would definitely know about that already. There's no way we would know. Dude, there's no way that they could
They
make a
made fucking,
Stargate and we wouldn't know
11
about it.
seasons of it, bro.
Because that would be... Yeah, but that was a TV show. If they could really pull off some Stargate shit, like...
So I think our problem is like, we don't have aliens teaching us this technology. It's like we're back engineering like shit. I think that's given to us and we found, and that's like.
I don't think aliens exist.
What?
Are you gonna say it's just us from the future?
No.
The fuck you mean? Explain.
You better
Alright,
have
so
five good
so
reasons.
think about it. If you are looking in a telescope and you just happen to see an alien spaceship, how far away is that alien spaceship?
How is this possible?
Because technically, when, like, the farther you look out, you're looking back in time. So, by the time you get to, or by the time that visual gets to you, them aliens are fucking gone. Somewhere else. Fucking poof.
I get your theory, and it's plausible because I know what you're talking about. Like that's the stars. Like, stars we see right now are not the same stars we could see a million years ago, and the stars a million years from now are not going to be the same stars we can see now. So I get what you're saying with the whole like time and it's expanding and like it's getting further away, but how can you say aliens aren't real when there's been like so many people like actual proof, like actual proof, like yeah, some of it's fake, but at the same time, there's so much proof to say aliens are real. Just because they're not flying through the sky and hovering above us that we know of.
But what's the concrete proof that they're real?
The concrete proof?
Yeah.
Well, what about like engravings and like statues and things that
Of aliens.
and
In ancient walls and text.
yeah.
Well, yeah, but like, how is that like proof that they existed?
So are you saying it's
Just
technology from
drawing.
it?
Like, so in 10,000 years, we're all gone. Somebody finds a fucking copy of Jurassic Park on DVD.
I get what you're saying. Like a whole recycled process.
Yeah. Like they're gonna be like, holy fucking shit, these people had dinosaur parks.
I mean, couldn't you include the human race as an alien species because we've stepped off our world onto another planet? Not all of us, but some, some.
I just think if there's other life in well, okay, I won't say there's not other life in the universe, but the odds that we'll ever encounter any of it, I think, are almost zero.
I agree with you.
I agree with that.
Because we're so small in the spectrum of something being able to actually find Earth in the entire universe is actually pretty, like, what do you call it, more than rare? Like, it's impossible.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, say there's a planet in another galaxy that's how many billions of light years away. By the time they get here, we're all dead. By the time we get
You don't know
there,
what kind of drive
like,
they're running on their ship, bro.
I'm just saying, like, even
I mean,
at the speed of light, billions of light years is still fucking a long fucking time.
I can't really sit there and throw sci-fi into it, but I guess, like, what I'm trying to say is, like, I get what you're saying, time does pass, like, in weird, like, we define time on our earthly scale. What if there's a time out there that doesn't involve our earthly scale, and it's like, it messes up our concept of what we think actually time is?
But that would just be a different interpretation
Like a
of time.
universal time.
Like, time isn't subjective.
So what you're saying, like, when
Like,
you travel from,
like
here
no
to another
no
planet.
matter how fast our time like moves, you still progress.
What if it's like an instant teleportation drive or some shit like that? Kind of like Rick's portal gun. 'Cause that never fucked with time. Just stepped out from one place to the other. Like, instead of actually driving or blasting away or like propelling towards another planet, what if there was a way where you could just like step through and it's like the exact same moment you left? But an alien race would have to know exactly where we are in our solar system to actually do that. So yes, it would be extremely hard to find us unless you completely
I mean,
knew.
but I think we've already been found, like, but I don't know whether it's just one race or whether it's multiple.
Like the Greys.
But like
Like the Greys. Almost everybody knows of like the Greys, the alien race of the Greys. Like that's a really talked about alien race that has encountered us.
okay,
The little tiny gray people with big heads and black eyes.
that's why there's all tons of aliens around us that look like that in the movies and shit.
Yeah, that's defined as the Greys. Like that is actually why. Like you see it a lot in movies. I mean, even if the government took you to Area 51 and you were to sit there and be shown an alien in a fucking case, like floating in a case, would you sit there and say aliens still aren't real until like you have to actually see it?
Yeah, I have to see it. I can't. Like, if you can't show it to me, then you can't prove to me that you're not doing some shady shit that you just want other people to think is aliens.
I get what you're saying right there. I semi-agree with you. I'm not there.
I mean, I semi-agree. I definitely semi-agree. But I don't know. In my heart, like, I just can't believe we're the only ones in this entire big-ass universe that we call space. Like, there's just some part of me out there that just feels like we're not alone.
No, I completely agree with you. Like, there's definitely many planets out there that support some different type of life, or
And it doesn't even have to be little green or little, you know, gray men walking around. It could be some literal bacterial life form, like,
has
or
a
other,
conscience.
yeah, like I don't know, like anything, including different species of animals and stuff that we've never seen. Like, it doesn't have to be people. It just, like, I don't think living being life forms are, like, alone in the world.
I don't know if there'll still be racism. It's like Star Wars and fucking Rick and
That's why
Morty.
they don't come down here and talk to us, okay? Because they see what we be doing to each other. That I am a firm believer of that. Let me tell you what, they don't want to talk to us.
Well, definitely.
Because they would come down here and someone would shoot them before they even had the time to talk, okay? Like, are you kidding me? Or the government would snatch them up, and they know that because some of their cousins have already tried to come down here and got caught up by the government, okay? Like, you know? They're already sitting in, what is it, that place? Area 51?
A cool theory.
I think it'd be more likely that Redneck would shoot it and mount it, put it on his wall.
A really cool scary theory. It's on American Horror Story season like 10 or some shit.
Oh my god, there's 10 seasons of American Horror
I think
Story?
it's past that now. But at the same time, they did like a half season of something else, and the other half season was about aliens. And like, you guys need to watch it because it's pretty cool and crazy theory. Like the government made a deal with the aliens, blah blah blah. Like,
All I know is that I'm, like, real upset about the, like, ice ages and the things that we've had, natural disasters and wars and things that have completely covered up our history and the amount of intelligence that we have left in the past, because I promise you, the past people were much smarter than us.
I agree with you. Like the Library of Alexandria burning down.
Yeah.
You don't think that was planned? Or like orchestrated or like done
Had to have
purposely?
been.
Imagine having all that knowledge. That was like knowledge from the entire world in that library.
I mean, fuck. That's like how many people fucking said that the human race was however fucking old, and then they found goddamn Göbekli Tepe in Turkey that that was like millions and millions of years older than what they fucking thought.
Yeah, they
Like-
used to believe that humans and dinosaurs didn't roam the earth together, and now we have found out that that is probably false, that we most definitely roamed the earth together. And I
We
was
rode those fuckers.
like, I don't know if we rode them, but
I don't think that's true. I don't think humans have gone back that far.
That's a different. That's in the Triassic period or something.
Well, there's the Jurassic,
Jurassic
the
period.
Triassic. There's a bunch of different fucking periods.
Maybe cavemen.
I don't think that's true. I don't think the human race went back that far.
oh.
Like,
At
like,
least there's not actual proof.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if there would be any proof of that, but
Well, I mean,
I thought, like, I've read some things, but I don't know.
yeah, I don't think it's that.
But I semi-agree with you. There's been a conspiracy theory that the Earth is like went through some type of devastating event at least 6 or 7 times.
Yeah, at least 6 or 7 times. Like, I know multiple ice ages have happened, and I know that, like, the Earth warms and heats up in cycles, and so I am just waiting to see what the next cycle is, because we're warming up right now.
I'm not excited about the next cycle. I've been seeing so many, like, the weather's getting worse and worse. I stated it, like, 5-10 years ago that, like, this planet's gonna have weather that's worse and worse.
Yeah, I don't know, like, I guess our weather is getting a little worse. I haven't really paid too much attention to the weather. I have paid attention to, like, the weather, seasons shifting in places, and people having to change up the crops that they're growing because now their area is too cold for the crops that they've been growing all their lives.
See, I'm not extremely worried about that. There's only 2 things that I'd be extremely worried about, that, like, hopefully this eases your mind. Because you can always replace crops in different areas, grow different food, process food differently. 2 things, when hurricanes start to reach inland more, and don't dissipate.
Oh my god, yeah.
That's something to worry about. And, Yellowstone exploding.
Well, a hurricane can't continue to go inland.
I mean, you never know. Like, if the weather continues to get worse and worse,
it can't, because a hurricane's source of power is the water. Once that hurricane hits land, it can't move inland and keep its intensity.
what if there was, like, tornadoes happening around it?
Well, that still wouldn't be like a hurricane. It's not gonna, like, power it up and keep the water
you
and
get what I'm
shit.
kind of saying. Okay, that's a good hole, and, like, that definitely trumps it, I guess, a little bit. But you never know. Like, if
I mean, obviously, like, for, like, the places that are on these coastlines and quite a ways in, there's still a lot of, like, damage, but...
And, like, don't hurricanes not go up north a little bit because it's too cold or some shit like that? Yeah, like she said, what the weather got warmer and warmer, further north, and, like, hurricanes started to, like, go more up north.
I mean, that happened a few years ago.
For a monsoon.
Up in fucking, like, New York and Maine and shit.
Right, the Yellowstone one is still top, then.
Yeah, I don't fucking even want to think about Yellowstone. It's not worth it. Because that's a fucking...
You know what's underneath.
That's a continent killer, regardless. So, like, I mean, if it blows, we're done.
And I've also seen videos like, oh, it's blown before, and it's gonna blow this many thousands of years later, and it's, like, around that time. Oh, gee, thanks, bro.
Well, it's like 600,000 years past the time that it's supposed to explode right now.
Someone was stepping on that shit last year.
Yeah. Dude, I seen a video, like last week or something, of these kids that were standing on the rim of a fucking volcano, and they threw this big ass rock into it, and then it fucking started, like, bubbling and shit, and I was like, oh my god, I would freak the fuck out.
Could you imagine being the reason why a fucking volcano exploded?
Yeah. Can you imagine being the reason that it exploded and you're right fucking next to it when it explodes?
Oh my god.
That's how Pompeii went out. Some little kid was up there at the fucking top of the volcano throwing rocks into it or some shit.
Oh my fucking god.
And then Pompeii went down.
Pissed off Mount Vesuvius, something fierce.
Plus a continent shift and change shape and shit like that, like... Yeah, you never know, like, what kind of, human race was a billion years ago.
Yeah, and I definitely am a firm believer in Pangea as well. So, I mean, that was a totally different world where we weren't even divided. Like, all of the beings that were there together on one singular continent. Like, until finally we all broke apart and became what we are today. So,
Yeah, but I don't think there were humans in that time. Because that's a long fucking time.
That'd be
Well,
like
that's
a
fair.
race extinct.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like, how far back does Atlantis go? You know, if there was an actual city of Atlantis that was, you know, once. And that got, like, annihilated during one of the extinctions or whatever, so.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that's still, like, well after Pangea.
That is, like, Atlantis is probably well after Pangea.
I would say Pangea was, like...
That was probably just animals. Just the creatures.
That's
I
why.
just wonder what kind of
That's why
creatures
you
were
find
together.
like. That's why you find like different like fossils of the same animals on two different fucking continents, and you're like, why the fuck are they there and there? And then you look at it and you're like, oh shit, those fit together.
Right. Yeah. So not humans, but definitely there was animals and creatures on Pangea that just all lived together and somehow.
You guys know they're making woolly mammoths.
Yeah.
They're
I
making-
think they're already.
Yeah,
alive, aren't
they're
You know
fucking.
what? I think I've seen actually a couple articles about that.
Yeah, there's some type of elephant that's like
And they spliced the gene
a
of it.
really close relative to the woolly mammoth, and they have woolly mammoth DNA that they found from fucking frozen woolly mammoths. So they're gonna fucking put that DNA in the egg and make a fucking woolly mammoth.
That's fucking crazy, bro.
Yeah.
You guys.
But, I mean, we don't know what kind of effect a fucking woolly mammoth is going to have on our environment. Like,
comes
we
out
don't
talking.
know.
Comes out talking.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It comes
What
out
did we just fucking do?
comes out sounding like Ray Romano. Fucking, and then all of a sudden Sid comes running out of nowhere.
No,
That
but for
fucking
real, you never
squirrel
know.
trying to get his nut off.
What if it's extremely intelligent? Like, you fucking just made like a super animal or some shit like that.
I mean, all I
Just
know.
like a guru. Sits in a fucking cave all day and
You
gives
guys
people
have weed
advice.
still?
Yeah.
I hope they sure still have weed in this era.
I mean, elephants are smart as shit. So,
What kind of memories? Because memories travel through DNA too. So I'm wondering what kind of like different type of things that these woolly mammoths will carry into today's world.
You guys
What kind of
believe it all?
instincts and shit, you know?
yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. Like, we don't know like how much they're gonna affect the environment that they're in. You know, because like we can kind of get a base of what they were like, but we never seen how they actually lived.
What if they're like super aggressive and stuff like that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right. They just start fucking everything up.
You
Yeah.
ever seen the movie Jurassic Park?
No, that's exactly what I'm saying. Like, I'm glad they didn't start with a T-Rex, okay? I'm just scared.
Yeah.
Like, are you joking?
Just look at the movie Spy Kids. You just start them off really small.
Yeah.
Spy Kids was so good.
That one
Oh my
movie he just
God.
made miniature ones.
Spy
He did.
Kids was lame as fuck. I don't know what you're talking about.
Screw you,
Dude,
dude.
I always wanted that
All
fucking watch
three,
they had.
all three of them were lame as fuck. I'm not saying I didn't like them,
I would
but
say
like
3,
they're
Lava
lame
Boy
as
and-
fuck.
Oh my god.
Like,
I
like
enjoyed them.
I
you go
enjoyed
back
them.
and watch them now and tell me they're not lame.
I go back and I will watch them and I will tell you that they're good as fuck.
They're lame
They're not
as
as good as
shit.
Forrest Gump, but
No, not as good as Forrest Gump, okay? Not
I can
as-
probably say 100 more Disney. Was that Disney?
I don't know.
Forrest Gump.
No.
Spy Kids.
Oh, Spy Kids. No. What the fuck was Spy Kids? I don't know.
It definitely
might
wasn't
have
the
been.
best
It might have
movie
been
back then.
Disney.
Give me your trash.
Definitely wasn't the
No.
best movie back then, but at the same time, it was intriguing.
What
Like,
the fuck do you need mine for? There's a big ass pile on the tray still.
are you gonna say Cats versus
'Cause I got
Dogs is
2
better?
yellows.
I didn't like Cats versus Dogs. That movie was dumb. Dude, I tried, I think, 2 or 3 times to watch that movie. And fucking...
Now, be honest, is this because your brothers were there and they said this shit was dumb? I don't really believe that.
The hell no, dude. Curtis and Eric didn't watch fucking movies with me. Are you kidding me?
That's
You know
so
what?
sad.
You know what movie Curtis watched with me?
Big Money Rustlers.
Big Money Hustlers.
Yep.
You know what
I
other
know that
movies
answer.
that motherfucker would watch with me?
Wrestling.
No. Fucking Friday the 13th.
Oh my
and
God.
fucking the Nightmare, fucking Nightmare on Elm Street. So this motherfucker could sit there and jump scare me.
Do you think that's right? Like,
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, I mean, it's fucking brother shit, you
You
know.
want to hear the most fucked up thing I almost did to my brother? Well, I did do it to him. Like, I
You,
just-
are you sure you can say this
yeah,
on
dude,
air?
This is funny as shit.
All right.
This is a scary moment. You know,
I mean, I know what you're talking about. I know this story.
So I had this mask. You know, I had 2 masks. You know, from Halloween growing up. I had to have been like 12, 11, 12, 13 at the time. You know, and Devin's never seen them before. You know, I always kept them hidden. You know, shit like that. And fucking, he had to have been like 3, 4 years old. It's when the kid learns how to unlock the refrigerator with the lock on it and shit. Because we had a lock on it there for a while, and then he can still, you know, figure that shit out and still open it. He was opening the fridge so much when I was babysitting him one day. You know, my mom and dad weren't there. I went and grabbed one of those masks and I threw it on the gallon of milk in the refrigerator. And he went to go open that door. And you should have heard the fucking scream that came out of him. And he ran across the fucking trailer, dude. Like, it was hilarious, dude. I'm talking about, like, super fun. Dude, I wish I could have recorded it back then. If there was...
My mouth is too dry. I can't. You should have seen me struggling with the first one I rolled.
But that's, like, not... Was it right? Probably not, but at the same time...
It was pretty funny, huh?
Oh, yeah.
It was funny, huh?
Yeah. I wouldn't say
That was brother, you know, that's not my own kid, though.
Right.
Shit, there was a year I dressed up as Halloween as a zombie when we lived on Monroe Street, and then fucking kids didn't want to come up and get candy because I was too scary.
Because Justin was always fucking terrified of my Halloween costumes, and then everyone would get mad at me because he would start crying. They'd tell me I was being mean. I'm like, I'm just trying to wear my fucking Halloween costume. Though, sometimes we were kind of mean to him. He was little. I remember one time I was jumping on a couch in the upstairs of my grandparents' house, and it was a hideaway bed, and I got like folded, like I got in there like under the mattress. It was like folded in,
And you couldn't get out?
Yeah, and like I told my cousin to go get my mom or whatever, whoever the fuck was downstairs, and I guess she freaked out and went into the other room and hid in the corner and started crying. And then, like, a half hour later, they fucking noticed that, like, they didn't hear anything. So they came upstairs, and that's when they found me.
How old were you? You just couldn't move it because it was too big?
I was just, like, stuck. I was inside it. Like,
Yeah, I don't know what we were talking about.
yeah,
I thought that was a clubhouse sometime. Right? It's like a whole big
yeah,
open space
I
behind
couldn't
it.
get out. I was young as fuck. I don't know how old I was. Probably, like, 4 or 5.
Because sometimes in those couches you can slip in between the cushion and the fucking bed where it pulls out. Like, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, I was stuck in there. I just couldn't get out. Oh, man.
I don't ever remember being stuck anywhere growing up and being like that I can think of. And having to wait for somebody to return.
Yeah, I don't think I've had any other situations like that. This is supposed to be a really good fight.
See, I had really cool parents to everybody else, but growing up with my parents, yeah, they were cool and let me do a lot of shit, but at the same time... There's a lot of
He's like,
traumatizing moments growing up.
He's
too.
like, I don't know if it was worth it.
Like, yeah, you say my parents are cool. Your parents didn't give him permission to the school, like, hey, you can whoop his ass and let us know, and he'll get a whooping at home, too, you know? Like, at least your parents didn't fucking say that shit, you know?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, I totally believe that.
Because, you know, every time I got a whooping in schools like that, like, I'd be, like, walking down the principal's office all, like, pissed off and, like, upset and crying, and teacher would be like, it's okay, it's only gonna be done and over with, and I'm all like, no, it's not. I gotta fucking deal with this shit at home, too, you know, like...
Damn.
I got it twice today.
It's not funny, but it makes me laugh.
Oh, and I look back on it now, and it's like, yeah, like I got in a scrap with Clay once at a young age.
I believe that.
Does he have 2 different wings on his back? Yeah, he does.
What was that,
Well,
Aldo?
No, that's
Okay.
Max Holloway. It says the name right
I
down
was
there.
looking down at the names, I was looking up at him, and it was a weird angle.
Who said you could like that?
Bitch.
Call me.
You know who you just
See
sounded
what
like?
happens.
Curtis.
Huh?
You know who you just sounded like? Curtis.
Why?
Just say you could like that. It sounds like something he'd say. Or BK. It sounds like something what BK would say.
I was trying to throw some shit out there, okay? So I'm glad I did good.
It was bold of
telling
you
you,
to
you
assume
can
you did good.
It's the tone.
What?
Bold of you to assume.
I didn't assume shit. Yeah, that's what I thought.
I ain't got nothing to say. It's okay. I ain't got comebacks. Not at all.
I'm slow as fuck with my comebacks.
Yeah, I'm
dude.
slow as fuck. I will
think of it
literally
5
be in
minutes
the
later,
shower.
you'll be
I'll be in the shower the next day, and I'll be going over the conversation, and I'll have the best comeback ever. And I'll be like, why can't I do that when I'm in the moment? I can't
Because
ever
you
do it.
panic.
Oh, duh. Yeah, I overthink and I panic everything.
Calm your mind. I have my moments. I'm pretty good until it comes to Curtis. It's because he's fucking years of torturing me as a 6-year-older brother.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
There's two moments.
He's in my head.
There's 2 moments where I've gotten Curtis to say nothing, and it's not because like he didn't want to add on to it. It's just because it blew his mind that I actually said it, and he wanted to laugh out loud and couldn't. But these are really funny moments right here. 2 stories. Fucking one time, Curtis was like, "Hey, I have this gay friend coming over to play zombies with us. Are you cool with that?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fucking cool with that. I don't care. You know, like, why would I have a big deal with that?" And we're sitting there playing zombies, and I'm sitting there playing zombies with his friend, and his friend goes down. And as soon as he goes down, he goes, "Oopsies!" And I don't know why. Like, it was all a joke. But I paused at that moment, and I look over to him, and I goes, "Dude, we don't fucking say that shit in this house. We say shit like fuck." And he was just like, "Okay, I can deal with that." And dude, Curtis was over there, and like, dude, he wanted to laugh out loud so hard, like he was like literally holding it all in, like, but you could tell just like he was like moving a lot, like it was like random spur of the moment, like I don't even know why I did that, like I just was trying to be funny, like I didn't mean it, like I was just like fucking like funny as fuck, dude, like. Cause I wasn't being serious with him at all. He could have said whatever the fuck he wanted. It was just like, okay, I could deal with that. Pretty sure, like, right after that, I was like, dude, I'm fucking joking, bro. Like, say whatever the fuck you want.
Or what was the other one?
Oh, dude, this one's a little worse. Like, I can't believe this fucking slipped out of my mouth. It was like those moments you don't fucking think before you say shit. But it was like me, him, and Rebecca sitting there. And fucking, you know which Rebecca I'm talking about, right? Coffee shop. Our old boss.
Oh, okay.
But we're all sitting there, and like they're in the middle of a conversation, and Curtis just had like 2 chicks over the day before, and like I don't know why, but out of nowhere, I was like, "Dude, you should get both of them to suck your cock at the same time." And both of them like was just like Curtis wanted to laugh and like say something so bad, but like yeah, he didn't because Rebecca was there, and I was just like, after it rolled off the tip of my tongue, I was just like, and Rebecca was just like, "I can't believe you just said that in front of me," like some shit like that. She was like, "I can't believe you just said that in front of me," or some shit like that, and like you could just tell Curtis wanted to roll laughing so hard, but he couldn't. Like, yeah, I don't know why I said it. It was just like. I thought it was funny at the same time.
You have no filter.
I thought it was really funny. It's like it's not like me and Chris would say shit like that just to like get a crack or a laugh or some shit like that. It's not like that's my dog story. That's my dog. It's just like that, you know, like
It's fucking funny.
Oh, that dude's nose is bleeding.
And they just said he broke his nose.
Yeah, 2 moments where I've left him speechless, but he really wanted to laugh and fucking add on to it so bad.
Alright, Corey, so, who do you think wins this fight? Not this fight, but, John Jones and Alex Pereira.
As they are right now?
Yeah.
Did they have time to prep for the fight and everything?
Yeah, just say if they fought. Like,
I want to give it to John Jones for the length.
I think John Jones could beat Alex Pereira, too.
I think it would be a good fight.
But yeah,
I don't know
too.
what round it would last till. It could go all 5 rounds. It could last till like the first or second round.
Bro, I think that would be a first round knockout. Either way, I think it would be like even because I think Pereira could knock Jones out too. Like he's that fucking good.
John Jones is even good on the ground. His ground game's really good. So
Yeah.
it's like,
I would say John Jones is the master at fucking dragging people into deep water too.
I think John Jones.
Yeah, I would say
Even though he's lost a lot in the past couple of years, but
No, he hasn't.
I thought he lost a couple times.
John Jones has never lost a fight ever.
Or maybe I'm thinking of a different fighter at the moment.
Yeah.
Never lost a fight ever.
He got disqualified one time for a bullshit fight, for a bullshit elbow.
Wasn't that his first fight?
No.
Oh.
It wasn't his first fight. But no, he's never lost. Like,
It was like an illegal 12-6, and like he didn't get a warning after that or nothing. It was like the fucking ref was like seeing it, it said something, and then stopped the fight.
Yeah. Don't
Usually
do
you
that
get a warning.
elbow. Then he stop. You're disqualified. This is against the deaf dude.
Wow.
But yeah, John Jones has never lost. He's fucking just.
So that's not even a loss; it's a disqualification. But I thought he lost one more time.
Well, it's
before
still a
that.
loss. He's never lost.
How long's his streak right now in the UFC? 12, 13?
Fucking like 18, bro.
Damn.
I was
About
like,
to be years
he
and
ran
still
through he ran through the fucking light heavyweight division, and then now he's in heavyweight.
What's the longest? Anderson Silva? Like 21, 22?
No, Anderson Silva was only like 14 or something like that.
Oh, I thought it was longer than that.
No,
Am I thinking Khabib? What was Khabib's streak?
Khabib didn't really have a long streak in the UFC.
Oh.
I mean, he was undefeated, 29-0, but he didn't have 29 fights in the
I wish he would
UFC.
have kept going to like 40 or something. That would have been sweet. Like, he definitely retired, I guess. I had a good point, an undefeated streak, but at the same time, I really want to see how long he fucking would have lasted with all the new people. Because, like you said before, like he only had one type of style he was perfect at, and he kind of just beat everybody up in like that wrestling type choke you out style, you know, ground game. So I'm really curious if someone would have came along and like fucking would have put a stop to that.
I would still just love to see GSP and Khabib fight. That would be
Like GSP in his prime.
no, just GSP now.
Oh, now? I don't know. I'd say GSP in his prime, yes, but
Dude, GSP is still a fucking beast, man.
he lost there a couple times towards the end. He lost his title.
Yeah, but he didn't really lose that fight. Like, I didn't think Johnny Hendricks won that fight.
Was that a decision?
Yeah.
I barely remember that fight. I know I watched it, but I barely remember it.
Like, Johnny Hendricks definitely. Oh wait, no, I'm thinking of that differently. Because they gave the Johnny Hendricks fight to GSP, and that was bullshit. Because Johnny Hendricks beat the shit out of him in that fight.
I do remember
I'm
that
thinking.
fight.
I'm thinking of a different one.
Because I was the one that was voting for the Johnny Hendricks because we knew he beat him like all 5 rounds pretty much, and somehow fucking GSP got it.
Yeah, he beat the shit out of GSP that whole fight. That's
And
one
then
of
it
the
was
most
like
bullshit calls.
The fight, or 1 or 2 after that, he lost.
I don't. think he came back and fought after that, though. Until he came back and fought Michael Bisping, and then he won the middleweight title, and then vacated right away.
How far of a weight difference is Nate Diaz and Khabib?
They're both lightweight.
Those fights never happened?
Man,
Did those fights ever happen?
no. Nate never fought Khabib.
I didn't think so. I couldn't remember that. That would have been a good fight.
I don't know if Nate Diaz always fights at lightweight or not.
I know he cuts major weight. He could fight at middleweight.
Oh damn!
Yeah, I remember this. This was like 1 or 2 fights ago, wasn't it?
It's like, yeah, this was
Last
UFC.
pay-per-view?
Yeah, no, not the last. The last one was yesterday.
The
I
one
forgot
before
to.
that.
I forgot to fucking watch it.
Oh man, I wonder if they had it on at the bar again.
I mean, probably.
No, Corey brought his TV in last time and bought the pay-per-view with
Oh yeah, you told me that.
It was fun though.
Yeah, those things they had in that dude's nose looked like fucking. He was getting a double COVID test.
Yeah.
Oh, he broke his nose, definitely. The fucking...
Yeah. He broke his nose in the first round.
Dude, this is the co-main event?
No, this is the fight before the co-main.
Yeah, this is a good card.
I'll say I believe this is just
Yeah,
a
it is,
3-round
because it's
fight.
2 chicks is the co-main.
Yeah.
2 Chinese chicks.
Oh no, this is a fucking. Oh, it's because it's for the
Bad
BMF
luck.
belt. That's why it's 5 rounds.
I do know who wins this fight, actually.
Yeah, me too. I haven't seen the entire fight, but I've seen the ending numerous times.
It was a good fight.
Yeah.
Like, the last 3 fights were awesome fights. Anything since you don't know?
Who do I think is gonna win this fight?
Yep.
I mean, honestly, it looks like Holloway's gonna win. He's just getting more, like, good strikes, and the other guy, he's not, like, getting good strikes. I do think that, I don't know, do you get points taken away for poking people in the eyes? Because he did that twice to him now.
I'll bet you $5,000 that Justin Gaethje wins this fight.
No, because you've already seen the ending of this, like, fucking 17 times, you said, so...
Maybe he's mind tricking you. Maybe you can win $5,000 right now.
There ain't no way he got $5,000.
That was cold, bitch.
Listen, I ain't got $5,000 either, okay? We all struggling.
He could have some secret saving bonds or something you don't know about.
I would say if you
Secret
see-
stock
Does
broker.
Monopoly money count?
I would say that's me and Kai sit with our fucking Monopoly top hats on and eat lobster dinners on gold fucking plates every night. Where the fuck
In
you
your
been?
imagination.
It's an
Imagination. Imagination.
What if karaoke you knew the entirety of that song? It'd be so fucking funny.
Yeah, dude, that would be awesome.
Big
I don't know.
That
He
was a
sang
nice thing
he
back
sang
there.
the gay song, and then we were in Imagination Land. Wait, song? You didn't say anything
Ooh,
about
right
a song
there. Just about to
before.
take him out right now. I think it's like, oh, I thought it was right after that.
No, dude, it's in round 5 at the buzzer.
That's the final one. That's the end fight.
No, that's this fight.
They're at round 3
Yeah, I would say this fight ends.
in 2 minutes.
No, in 2 rounds. In 2
Yeah, so
minutes.
It's got a 5-round fight.
That's what I'm saying. Round 3 ends in 2 minutes, so it's still got 2 rounds left.
Yeah.
I must have been thinking about a different fight. I could have swore he was about to knock him out.
Ooh.
I'm pretty sure-
Justin Gaethje's a fucking beast, too.
I'm pretty sure in the after talk, Holloway is like, he can take a punch. He's like, some shit like that.
Oh yeah. Fucking Max Holloway's just so goddamn accurate.
He's got the length on this too, I'm pretty sure.
It's just like, don't miss. If he fucking throws a punch, you're gonna get fucking hit.
You go to the bathroom.
See, Gaethje, however you say his name.
Gaethje.
Gaethje?
Yeah.
Gaethje. Okay. He looks scared. He is on the ropes, okay? Like, he just looks like he's ready for this fight to already be over. Like, I don't know. And dude, Holloway, like, he looks so, like, wide-eyed, focused, and crazy. Like, he looks crazy, man.
That's how he looks in all his fights.
In all his fights, bruh. Like,
Yeah.
he's a crazy man, bruh.
Max Holloway's a fucking beast.
Yeah, I don't know. He seems like it.
Yeah, I've seen him fucking beat the shit out of people. Like, he fought guy Brian Ortega and, like, was giving him, like, lessons. Like, telling him, like, look, you need to block these punches. Like, or I'm just gonna keep hitting you. And, like, in that fight, he was, like, fighting dude, but talking to Dana White outside of the fucking octagon. Like, he was just fucking fighting dude and wasn't even looking at him. Like, he does some crazy shit. Yeah, oh, god damn. But if Justin Gaethje touches you just the right way, you're gonna go to sleep.
Yeah.
He's got fucking insane power.
Fourth round.
Yep.
Start off strong, guys.
That was very motivational. I'm sure they heard you.
Shut the fuck up.
That was uncalled for. It's kind of mean. I'm just saying.
I'm sorry, I'll try to be nicer next time.
Yeah, the fuck you will.
I'm just a mean old bitch.
Yeah,
It's okay.
you said it. What? You did. You just said it. I can prove it. I'll play it back. Fuck. I think it's funny that Curve is one of the sponsors.
What is curve?
Cologne? Curve?
Oh. Huh.
Yeah.
I don't know nothing, bruh. Like, I have no clue about, like, things sometimes, and I don't pay attention to perfumes or colognes. Like, I buy Dollar General, Walmart bullshit.
Oh yeah, fuck that, man. If I'm gonna get some cologne, I'm gonna get something good. I got some Echo stuff right now. It's fucking nice.
You still do that prescription to get new bottles of cologne or
No. Prescription, subscription.
subscription?
I had Scentbird for a while. But I don't know, man. It was so hard to like. I found a couple good ones, and I wish I could have got bottles of them, but they didn't do that at that point. And then I did go back for a while, but they had a super limited selection and wasn't nothing very good. I like Curve Crush. That's some of my favorite.
I haven't bought a bottle of cologne in forever.
Another good one is fucking Cristiano Ronaldo. He's a soccer player. I had no idea who it was. I don't even remember how I got that fucking bottle of shit, but that stuff smelled so fucking good.
Damn, you probably used it all up, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I think you can get it at Walmart though.
Oh.
Did I ever tell you about the time Devin used up a bottle of my cologne that was like fucking rare and give it to me as a gift? Like, got this shit from my ex-fiance. It was like the Doors shit, you know, like the band The Doors. You know, they made a bottle of cologne called like Light My Fire. Really nice bottle. You know, she spent a lot of money on it. Had it for years and years and years and years. Like even after we split up and everything. And fucking, it was in the cupboard in the shared bathroom me and Devin was using. And he always sprayed heavy amounts of Axe on him and everything before he'd go to school and shit like that, you know, just to cover up his odor. That motherfucker, I never fucking checked in on it because I, wore it, maybe once a year. Fucking, one day, I looked in the cupboard, found it, it was empty, like almost empty. I was all like, I kind of flipped out that day. I was all like, what the fuck? Devin, admitted to it. He was like, yeah, I've been using it. I didn't know it was important. I'm all like,
yeah, I would say that's fucked up.
yeah.
Using your fucking shit.
You used the entire bottle.
Damn. Oh shit. Oh, look at it. Yeah, so you can see the wobble in his eyes.
Got a compliment on my deodorant the other day.
What deodorant do you
Somebody
use?
fucking sniffing your armpit, bro.
It's called Native. The brand's called Native. Like I just bought the deodorant for the first time. I bought their body wash twice. Oh no, their shampoo twice and their body wash once. But it's like, it doesn't have the additives. Like some of the additives in it and shit like that some shit has. So it's just like more natural. I recommend the brand from what I've bought from it.
When I worked at Signature Label, we decorated the bottles for that shit.
Oh really?
The deodorant and
So you've probably seen the labels on them and seen what, like,
just like white labels or white bottles with different. They've got some cool scents.
So the deodorant I have right now, I think it's macaroon and vanilla or some shit like that. But it's pretty strong for a natural deodorant, and I liked it. I don't know.
It's
I shampooed my hair
pretty expensive
today, just today. If you want, see if you can smell anything off of it.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah.
So it's not the hair wash and the body wash isn't really that potent, but deodorant. I'm gonna get like a whiff of it. I was like, oh thanks. Shit, I was the type
Dude,
that
look at his chest. I'm sorry to interrupt.
No, you're good. His chest looks thrashed.
Yeah, he looks like a mess, bro.
He is a fucking mess.
He's been beat up because Holloway looks, or Gaethje looks like he's not even harmed.
Yeah.
Ugh. Damn, dude, yeah. Like gashes on his chest.
Yeah, but if somebody smells good, that's an easy, that's not even a compliment. That's just telling someone they smell good, Just do that at the coffee shop all the time. Somebody would walk in, like Sean Maggi. He was always wearing some fucking cologne. Like he'd walk in, and I'd be like,
Super Sean.
I'd be like, dude, you fucking smell good right now, bro. Like, he'd be like, thanks, Big Pippin. I was like, here's your Super Sean drink.
Yeah.
Super Sean drink.
That's what we called it.
Yeah, we called him Super Sean.
Super.
On his whipped cream. Like, I think I started this. I don't even think Curtis did this, but like with the caramel, I'd make it the S. With the caramel on top of his drink. That shit was funny as fuck. I heard it's doing a lot better now, but it's still not the same after me and Curtis left.
Ooh.
I haven't been down there. I haven't heard anything about Super Sean in a long time either.
He moved away with his girlfriend. Like I think he sold his house and all the shit in his house. It's kind of shocked the shit out of me.
Is that Big Motherfucker Championship?
Yeah, bad
What?
motherfucker.
Yeah, BMF, bad motherfucker.
Gaethje's a champion right now.
Yeah, I was like, Gaethje has the belt.
Did they just start doing that? Because I don't remember that a couple years ago.
Yeah, it was the first one was Masvidal and Nate Diaz. Ooh. Shit.
Right here. Oh, we got 3 minutes of it left.
Oh man. You know, I don't know if I would call that a combination. I think I would just call that a fucking flurry.
Combo attack.
Yeah.
32 points.
Yep.
We're lucky we didn't see a special move after that. So.
Fatality.
Dude, that'd be sweet as fuck if they did fatalities.
Sometimes they do, man. Some of the fucking knockouts you've seen.
Chris Liebens.
Yeah.
Those were fatalities. He's just walking like a zombie, like, fatality.
Seen fucking people get kicked in the head and just crumble.
So there was this fighter back in the day, like 10, 15 years ago, called Chris Lieben. And, like, literally people would punch him, and he'd, like, literally, like, black out while he was walking, trying to fight, like a zombie. And, like, it's, like,
Wow.
you knew he was out walking on his feet, like.
He won some fights like that, too. Because he'd just fucking go and fucking hit.
He didn't fall over like most people. He would, like, literally keep on walking.
That's crazy.
Made for some good fights. Anderson Silva was the first person to knock him out. That was
on a spree
Anderson.
before that.
That was Anderson Silva's fucking debut in
It was
the
still a badass
UFC.
fight. Like, it was quick, but it was still.
He knocked him out, and then he immediately got a title shot after that, and then he was the fucking champion for like 7 years.
Chris Lieben was high on the roster when that shit happened. Like, he was near the top. I was shocked as shit. Like, and then Chris Lieben just started going downhill after that. He was one of my favorite fighters.
He didn't just take too much damage. That shit adds up after a while.
Oh, he was the type not to dodge, definitely.
Yeah.
He'd just take the punch.
Yeah. Ooh, goddamn.
I don't remember him with all that chest tattoos. I remember with back tattoos.
He's had the chest tattoos for a while.
Shit, maybe I remember the times when he won his belt.
Maybe.
That was wicked.
Me just trying to roll and kick.
You know, it's like some Karate Kid shit. Right here.
Bam!
Out. Last second. They rewind it and shit just to make sure. In the last 1 second, he fucking knocked him out.
I would have won $5,000.
I knew you wouldn't fucking do it.
See, that's why I always say $1 or something. $1? Quarter?
Yeah.
He still looks perfect right now. He could go like another 5 rounds probably.
Swear to God.
Oh yeah, he probably could. Max Holloway's a fucking machine.
He did not even look fucking tired going around that ring. Who's the champion in their weight class?
I don't fucking know.
They're light, or yeah, they're lightweight, right?
I don't know what they're fighting at right now. They might not even be fighting at their weight class. It might be a catch weight.
I didn't even think of that. He went down hard.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. Boom.
But to be honest, how many times has he ever been knocked out?
Folded in half, brother. Has anybody ever died in the UFC?
Just once, I think.
A couple people have died after fights. Ugh.
That's why there's illegal moves and stuff. Accidents can happen, but they're trained professionals.
Yeah, I'm sure it's worked into their contract. Like
Anybody ever had an eye poked out?
oh yeah, Michael Bisping went blind because of that shit.
Oh, damn.
Blind in one eye.
But like their hands are registered as lethal weapons, so like they really can't get into like an actual fight out in like the public, or like they can be like
Arrested?
like more than arrested, I think, right? BK?
I'm not sure how it works. I know they'll get in trouble.
You get a spanking from Dana White.
Yeah.
Unless you're Conor McGregor and then something else happens and you don't want to know.
Yeah, I'm saying if you're Conor McGregor, you're cool. You can just do whatever you want. And Dana White's still like, hey, you're good, bro.
I feel like some of the shit he's done, like, people have been kicked out of the UFC for, like...
Yeah. Alright, that seems like a good place to end at. Deuces, y'all.
Later.
Check you later. Have fun.